What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. My name is Nick. That's Jeremy. We are the Men of Main Street. This week, we're talking area closures, merch updates, some holiday season news, and we're getting pumped because we have another trip going to the most magical place on Earth. Anyways, let's get into this. What's going on, man? How was your week? How was your 4th?
Oh, my 4th was excellent. It was perfect weather here. Awesome weekend. Great, fun cornhole tournament. How was your 4th?
It was phenomenal. We had a great time. It was my birthday. We had a wonderful time with all that, man. And it was, just kind of relaxing. Just chilling, having a little bit of a cookout going. It was nice.
That's great. That's how you should be, right?
That's just it, man. But yeah, no, we got a little bit more to talk about because you did not get to see the video that I attached to the end of this last time until after we had sent the video out. So tell me, what did you finally think of the we'll start out first with the festival. You gonna come out to that next year?
I mean, I'm assuming they have more than just the ones out there. I could probably hit up. I'm assuming they might have a bigger one, like in a major city like Boston, but who knows?
Well, I mean, this was like one of the first ones. You could go to like,
really?
You could go to like Colorado. They get Rocky Mountain,
wow,
one. But no, this one, this is one of the first ones. I've been doing it every year in Goshen, Indiana.
Yeah, it was a cool video. You said that you won something through Polymaker, right?
I did. So actually, I'll throw a picture of that up here a little bit after, as I printed one out. And what it was is they had the Polymaker scientists. So in the video, you saw they had that whole booth of all those different scientists that were printed up, and they were printed up on every bit of material that they offer and that they sell, all different colors, everything. And they ended up having this cool game where if you picked the right filament and we put it on this sensor thing they all had NFC tokens in the bottom, it would go ahead and you'd win a free roll of filament. So out of all colors, man, I got white ABS to go pick from. Now, there's a lot of different shades of white, and I managed to pick it up first try. So
wow, nice.
You can tell I've been at this just a little bit. So
just a little bit,
just a little bit. But
awesome.
But yeah, so I got a free roll of filament. Pretty happy about that. And then bunch of new Prime Day deals, stuff like that. We've been getting all different things. We get some upgrades coming for the AMS eventually. And some other cool things. So we'll talk about those later on the line once they arrive, and all that good stuff. But yeah,
that's exciting. I enjoyed your office tour. I love all the posters, of course, as well as there was a few prints in there I totally forgot that you made. So
yeah, it's fun on here. We get a lot of fun stuff, and we're only adding more. Spoilers. We'll talk about that at the end. But yeah, no, we got a whole lot of fun stuff in here. And like I said, the video, we have the entire Disney park or EPCOT poster collection here. So all 38 posters. Started out being that I'll eventually collect them all, and it happened a little quicker than I would have expected. So
I would say so.
I have the whole thing in here. So let's just say Amazon loved that I was buying frames in bulk as much as I was. So but yeah, no, it was a lot of fun, man. Definitely a lot of fun. But what shirt are you wearing right now, man?
So today I'm not wearing a Roosevelt's. It's actually a Disney Parks shirt, but I had to wear it because our print of the week this week is Polynesian, and this is my Trader Sam's shirt that I bought at the resort. So yeah, it has a bunch of different cocktails from Trader Sam's, which we'll get into later. Nick, awesome. I see you got the new Mr. Morrow roper on.
Yes, this is a very unique shirt, guys. So ropers. So what we mean by those, they have a little rope stitch across here. This one's in purple. We've got Gracie up here. And it's all like snap buttons for everything, which is kind of cool. It's different from the traditional buttons and all that, which is nice. Same material, it feels like, for the most part. It is the Coonflex ones.
Really? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's got the little tag on the bottom here. And on the back, we have...
Oh, Mr. Morrow and Gracie. Nice.
Mr. Morrow and Gracie up there. So a little bit different. Definitely one of the more unique ones that he's thrown out there. And I have all the other ones. So eventually, guys, we will show you all of them. I promise. It's going to happen. Has to happen.
Absolutely.
But dude, we got some more Roosevelt news that just popped up.
We do. They ain't stopping, and neither
ain't
are
stopping.
we here on the Men of Main Street.
Absolutely.
Nick, tell us about this week's release.
Yes, we have the Fantastic Four release right now, guys. Dude, I'm not going to lie. That one over there on the left, I think it needs to be in my collection.
Yeah, it's giving me total Tomorrowland vibes.
It totally is. And I'm definitely all for it, man. I couldn't believe in the middle there, that polo, it's sold out within less than an hour.
Wow. I did not
I don't know
expect
why.
that.
Everyone was saying they're like, we don't know how or why or what happened, but it sold out within an hour. It was pretty wild. But yeah, man, I think I'm definitely going to try to pick up the Fantastic Fit over there on the left.
Yeah.
So
They had a couple more as well, two others that I have pictured here. Looks
very
like the
nice.
Thing, and then the one on the right is just different, I guess, emojis of the different characters on the Fantastic Four.
Very nice. Well, it goes ahead and keeps things interesting, keeps the Roosevelt train rolling, right?
Absolutely. I mean, I love. I think the Fantastic. I love how it's very retro '70s style. I think it's cool.
They've been doing a lot of that lately. It's really nice. It's really cool. But speaking of upgrades, guys, we got to talk about some stuff. If you're following this page, you probably noticed something the other day. And Jared didn't even know about it until the other day. Until I had to go ahead and actually send him some and say, hey, go check this out. We renamed our page from Disadventures with Nick and the Men of Main Street over to just the Men of Main Street, guys. So we have our lovely logo now. That is now our channel logo and all that, and we're going to be switching over to that going forward. And we also have a link tree right now that we went ahead and did up. So now you guys can see all of our socials and the playlist or everything, all of the STL files all in one place, as well as Roosevelt's and all of our other things. So guys, this is an evolving page. We're going to keep going ahead and making this more up to date as we go. We're only just kind of starting it out, but we wanted to go ahead and share that with you guys in case you were all wondering. And hopefully you're able to find the page a little bit easier now going forward.
Yeah, so Nick's been hard at work on this all week, and myself, I've been hard at work making some what they call maker coins to help advertise the show. It's essentially the 3D printed version of a business card. Nick, show them your version that you got so far. So it has our logo, the different logo on the front, and on the back, you'll see it's a QR code that'll bring you right to this link tree.
Absolutely. So a little something to go ahead and have, and still working on perfecting the QR code a little bit. That's something that we're actively working on. We should have it figured out hopefully in the next little bit here. But
yeah, it was a learning experience for me as well, because I finally did my first print where it's multicolored, but all one layer that I designed. So I did a big learning curve for me that I got as far as I did, but I think they came out really well. It's a little difficult because it's so small. But I actually kind of like the way they look. They're pretty unique.
Absolutely. And it was really difficult with the one I did, guys. This is done on a 0.2 millimeter nozzle. So this took about double the amount of time it took Jeremie to go make his. Thankfully, I had printers to spare, so I was able to go ahead and let one of those go for a while. I'm probably making a plate of them in the future here. But yeah, definitely excited about that. It's something different to go ahead and have, to say the least. So we can jump into this a little bit right now. I'll be going to the park actually this weekend, man.
This weekend? Wow, that came quick.
That came very quick. So I don't quite know what's going to happen yet. I think I'm going to try to definitely do a live stream at some point. So guys, stay tuned. We'll go ahead and have that up on the channel, of course, and you guys will be able to go ahead and see that, and we'll have it scheduled and all that good stuff. But yeah, I go on Saturday, so just a quick trip, and then I'll be back on Monday. So
awesome. Well, you better while you have time, make a shade for your phone out of AMA. or is AMA, right? No,
ASA.
AS. I always
He's
mess
learning,
that
guys.
up.
He's learning.
I always
He's
get that
learning.
backwards.
Oh no, he's getting there, guys. He's been asking me all about all these different types of filament, and I'm surprised he hasn't started asking me about, like, carbon fiber and glass fiber. I'm waiting for that to happen. That'll happen
I
soon,
just
guys.
got in Pet G yesterday, and it's funny because I got it in, and someone asked me to make them some coffee stencils. So,
Oh, very nice.
yeah, I might be doing some of those this weekend.
For those of you that don't know, real quick, PET G is a food safe, or one of the most food safe materials out there. ASA is a UV resistant material, which is really great for being outside and stuff like that. And it prints a lot like ABS and all that, so it doesn't require as high of a temperature as some of the other, like, higher temp carbon fiber and glass fiber ones do. So,
Right.
but yeah, PLA is usually our go-to. We usually go with that one. It's the most accessible, usually the most colors available, and it's great for just everyday printing, low temp and all that, so it works out great. But thankfully, our P1Ss are able to go ahead and handle them all, so very happy about all that. But yeah, so dude, enough with all that. We got some stuff to talk about. We have some new merch that dropped.
Yeah, so July 4th is over, and that means the start of spooky season. And with that,
Clearly,
I know, with that, the Disney Store launched a collection for the Haunted Mansion this week, which looks really awesome. New sweatshirts. I saw a baseball jersey out there. Their backpacks. A lot of cool miniatures, which I thought was nice, like some light up ones that you could buy, as well as some lounge flies. They got
look at those ears, man.
Yeah, those ears are a lot of fun. You could look just like
cool.
the ghost host. It's funny, I actually have an older t-shirt that it looks like this, and it's like a uniform, and it says ghost host that I got at Disney. And I forget what the type of ears they call these.
Oh, are those the ones that they slide on now?
Yeah.
I think Zoe ended up grabbing one of those not that long ago. And she's got a couple pairs. I think she's going with some Disney Munchlings on it right now.
Right. That's cool.
Which, fun fact, we've been on the hunt for Disney Adorables now for the past couple weeks. So we're on the hunt for Pearl. We'll have to see if we get that eventually. But
oh, wow.
Anyways, not to sidetrack. Back to this.
But yeah, well, I recommend you guys go check them out. The collection, there's a ton of stuff. I mean, they released at least like 50 plus items. I mean, you can get a mug of every single one of the Hitchhiking Ghosts if you want. So they're all in on spooky season, Haunted Mansion. Definitely check it out.
Very nice.
Anyways, Nick, there was a big birthday on this past week on the 1st of July. Can you tell us about it?
Yes, we can. Well, I'll give you guys a hint. It has something to do with this shirt, because my dude, Paging Mr. Morrow, is talked about on this, because we're talking about the People Mover, guys, or as Ron calls it, The Office.
Paging Mr. Morrow, Mr. Tom Morrow, please contact Mr. Johnson in the control tower to confirm your flight to the moon.
That sounds about right, man. No, that's one of my favorite rides of all time, and I absolutely love it. It's iconic. It is a great way to go ahead and cool down when you're on those hot days in the parks and all that, just kind of rolling on through. And if you time it just right, really cool spot to catch some fireworks.
Yeah, and just to clarify, we're talking about the People Mover, the Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover. Yes. And how many years did it turn, Nick?
It turned a whopping 5-0, man.
Yeah, man. Big one.
It did. It's the big one, man. It's that 50 years old. So just like me, it's nice and old.
Yeah.
And yeah, no. I keep getting told I'm way too old now for my daughter. So, anyways, she keeps pointing out that I have a lot of gray hairs now.
That's rough. Ouch.
Yeah, so it's a lot of fun, man. But anyways, man, we have some other park news to go ahead and talk about.
Well, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Well, were you touching on this that we have up on the screen?
I was kind of wondering if you were gonna.
Okay, so essentially, this is what happened. Disney released kind of like a Where's Waldo, but Mr. Morrow. It doesn't look anything like the actual Paging Mr. Morrow. But
when was this released?
On the 1st of July. There's a couple slides
Okay.
to this, and they dropped. And if you notice, there's a phone number up there, the 407-939-5233. If you call that phone number, you will reach Mr. Morrow. If you're listening, I pause the episode, go call that phone number. It is really cool. It's a really cool audio recording of Mr. Morrow. Not like the YouTube guy, but like the actual fictional character. So I recommend you go try that out after the show.
If I would have called that and it would have been the actual Mr. Morrow going, "Hey friends," I'd probably lose my mind.
Unfortunately, it's not, but it's a really cool Easter egg, and I hope they do more things like this because it's super interactive.
It's kind of like the phones almost, even in like the UK pavilion all that way back when you used to be able to go ahead and call out and do that kind of thing. So yeah, that's still really cool that they're doing stuff like that, man. That's awesome.
Definitely.
Well, I'm glad that you stopped me from continuing on. I thought that was just something you found.
No, that was part of the 50th. Yeah.
Well, that is really cool, man. So I'm glad we went ahead and we circled back on that. Well, but go ahead. Tell us about the next thing we got going on here.
So we'll jump into the next topic.
I'm really excited about this, if you can't tell.
Yeah, Nick loves, I don't know why he's so excited. It's kind of sad news. The Liberty Bell and Tom Sawyer's Island has officially closed operation as of July 6th, which is sad. We'll no longer hear the iconic whistle of the Liberty Bell. Just brings a tear to my eye.
I think really the biggest reason why I'm so excited for this is that we start getting shuttle mode for the train.
That's true. That is part of the excitement here. I did listen to the script because some people were sharing it. Stitch pretty much takes over the entire train while you're in reverse with
serious?
The conductor, and they go back and forth with each other. It's pretty funny.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to try that. Oh wow.
But yeah, you can ride the train backwards. I will note that they did turn about half of the seats in each car in the opposite direction, so you don't have to face backwards, which is nice.
That's cool.
I did want to share. We shared it on the page, but I'll share it here again. One of my favorite photos I took of the Liberty Bell. I'll miss her dearly. I do have. I did want to also point out that the Rivers of America is already gone from the map. They did that like within a day.
That, I'm not going to lie, that makes me a little just weirded out. I'm not used to that. There's a whole section of the park gone.
Yeah, it's so bizarre. And you know what's really interesting is they left certain buildings. Like this is the building where you got on the rafts. They left the Liberty. Well, this was actually in the concept art for the new Cars Land, but the building you walk through to get on the Liberty Bell is still there. You know what's really funny is someone was pointing this out. Like Disney's so quick to update their maps, right? And like if something closes, it disappears like in an instance. Like when Muppets went, that went really quick. You know one thing that's sticking around on the park's map?
What's that?
The play pavilion, that building, that circular building back there, is still on the map. And so is and it's weird because they also pick and choose which show buildings they want to see. If you go over to Hollywood Studios, you'll see the show building. You'll see the show building in the artwork for Rock and Roller Coaster. But then if you look right here, there's no show building for Haunted Mansion. There's no show building. Well, I mean, we wouldn't have any. I think there's no show building for Tiana's, and they also hide the show building for Guardians too in their artwork. So it's like they pick and choose what they want you to see, which I think is really interesting.
No, it is, and I mean it's not like they just get rid of that water overnight, man.
No, I mean you're going to be looking at that water for a while. I'm curious how they're really going to be able to block this all off to see construction. Yeah. I have a feeling you're going to be able to really see what they're building this time.
I don't think there's any hiding that. At least until they get the preliminary groundwork and site work done, I don't think there's going to be any hiding this. They're going to have to go ahead and do a lot of, a lot of excavating and a lot of filling in and stuff like that, just to bring it up to ground level and then having to slope it all down. So yeah, it's going to be a bit for sure.
Gonna be a while.
But yeah, I'm just like, I couldn't believe that they went ahead and they got rid of the water and all. I would have thought at least they would have kept the water on there and just maybe removed the attraction.
Right.
And then, maybe just like got rid of what the island looked like and just made it just like all trees or something for the time. But you know what I mean? I would have thought they would have done something like that. But I guess it makes sense because you know that they're going to be putting up a wall pretty shortly here, if not already. I'm sure they've
done it
they're
in a
gonna be getting
couple of
ready.
little spots, but I think there's a lot more to come.
Yeah, and I'll be sure to.
You're going to be able to watch construction happening from the Haunted Mansion line, unless they just block off that whole queue section from letting you look over the river.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like the crane they had out back there for Big Thunder Mountain. Go ahead and just build a dust wall to go all the way up to the top of the crane. That's what you have to do, right?
Oh, right, yeah.
Magic ruin. We can see a crane there, you know. No, but we'll be sure to report on that, guys. I'm hoping to go to Magic Kingdom as one of the parks I'm going to be heading out to. So hopefully we'll get a chance to go ahead and show you guys what it looks like right now. If I've added anything, if they've done anything to the wall situation and that sort of thing. So we'll report back on that next episode.
Awesome. Nick, we talked about some merch earlier, but I know there was a bunch of other merch updates I'd love for you to loop us in on.
Absolutely, man. So starting off, my wife even made me aware of this one last night. Dinosaur made a new merch drop just ahead of its closing. So we still, again, do not have a closing date yet. We're expecting some time in 2026. So I do get to say, out of all the closings that they've announced that was going to be happening, I did not suspect this was going to be as long as it's been. You know, they announced this. I can't remember how many months ago. It was quite some time ago that they announced they were going to be doing this, and then it just feels like it keeps going on and on and on. Again, I'm not complaining. I do love this attraction. I can't wait to see what they're going to go ahead and do with it. But it is cool that they went ahead and added some new merch to go ahead along with its closure. So very 90s, very nostalgic.
I love the slogan. It's fast, it's a blast, and it's in the past.
Now we got to go. Let's go get that dino.
That's true. I need a shirt that says "Let's go get that dino."
I need a shirt with the puppet on it, and it's just going to say, hello there.
Oh, you know what I want? I want a shirt that says "Definitely not our dino."
Ooh, or better yet, we'll get one that's that says, I'm a heck of a paleontologist if I do say so.
Oh, that's a good one. That would be a good one. That ride is so quotable.
It's
Dr. Seeker. Quotable. He's awesome.
Access denied. Here we go again. Seriously though, guys, be sure to drop your favorite catchphrase from that ride down in the comments. We'd love to hear them. Just to go ahead and spark up some conversation and all that there, but definitely an iconic ride. And we've talked about some of the Easter eggs on that one too. We have the all different condiments, because at one point that ride was sponsored by Heinz, and they went ahead and actually put the formulas for ketchup, mustard, and mayonnaise on the pipes and all that. So just another little Easter egg. So just awesome to go ahead and see they're doing that. But that's not all, man. We also have some new popcorn buckets.
That's true.
There we go. Look at that thing, man. That thing talks.
It does talk.
It's all, I don't know how. I'm gonna have to see. I don't know if I'm gonna get it, guys, because let's be honest, I'm gonna be flying out and back pretty quickly, so I don't know if I'm gonna have a chance to grab it. But it's voice activated. It talks, and it turns its head, and it blinks, and it comes with popcorn, because Jared knows that is a rough thing in my heart, man.
I still think that wasn't a normal thing that happened to you. I'm like,
it happened. It happened, man. It hurt.
I know it happened, but I feel like you're an anomaly.
They were like, here's your bucket. I'm like, where's the popcorn? Like, oh, that's extra. Oh, okay.
I think
Canada, where are you? I need my maple popcorn.
I feel like whoever was working the booth that day didn't really know what they were doing.
Dude, they had no popcorn in sight. It was just a cargo hauler of the of all the Death Star bins there, and they were just piled in. And they're like, here's your basketball of that you put popcorn in eventually.
Oh, well, I heard that this one is available on that first popcorn booth as you walk straight down towards Chinese Theater on the right, that one. So I heard this one's there.
Yes, definitely. And it's that's always a great spot to go ahead and pick it up anyways. So usually the lines aren't too bad there either, which is nice. So if I can, I might, I don't know, guys. Popcorn buckets are just, I don't know. They take a lot of space.
I'm sure this one's really expensive too, since it's voice activated and all the animatronic pieces of it. How much was the Death Star one, by the way?
I want to say it was like $35 almost.
Yeah,
It was up there.
This is probably around it, if not more.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm definitely gonna be hurting on space pretty soon. I already am. You guys saw my office. You guys saw what we're dealing with in here. So, space is a rare commodity amongst what I have going on.
Yeah, I
right
think
now.
my wife would not like it if I brought this home.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
there
it's cool and all.
Yeah, but there is one other popcorn bucket, right?
There is. We got another one, and it goes with Disney Starlight. Look at that thing. Oh man, I am so excited for this parade, man.
I like this one. I like the refillable ones like this because they're super actually convenient. I just strap it on my backpack and carry it around.
So you mean to tell me you don't like having to walk around with a gigantic Millennium Falcon that you just cram popcorn in the back of, and you're never gonna get it all out of there? It tastes like butter, No, okay.
It's funny too because every time you can bring this. You can, if you buy one of these, you can bring it back every year and get your refill discount. But every year I'm like, no, I'm not gonna bring it, and then I just buy a new one. I'm like, oh, but look at the new design, Holly. She's like, of course. So I think I have 3 or 4 of them now.
Oh man, yeah, no, we got a couple. We're not a crazy big popcorn family, so I will say though, when it comes to watching Fantasmic, it definitely I don't go sit down and watch that without having a thing of cinnamon roasted almonds and a beer in my hand. So it's a staple when I go watch it, man. So
which 2 parks are you planning on hitting up when you go? Or 3?
I don't know. I might hit up 3. I don't think I'm gonna have time to do all 4. My plan is I think I'm gonna go try to maybe hit up studios for a little bit in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Then probably go to Epcot in the evening on Saturday, and then potentially hit up Magic Kingdom on Sunday. I don't know. I'd like to catch Fantasmic. I don't think it's gonna end up happening. Just there's a lot more that's going on at Magic Kingdom right now that I'd like to go ahead and check out, I think. And spending a little bit of time in studios is usually good for me. I can get most everything I want to get done there pretty quickly. So
nice.
Definitely looking forward to that. So it's going to be a fun little trip, man. I'm really excited for it.
Yeah. No, I mean, if anybody's questioning, you just say it's a research trip because it really is. Right?
It is. It's for science, for work.
Yeah. It's for work.
Absolutely.
Anyways,
yeah. What else are we going to talk about, man?
Yeah, there's we've been talking a lot about merch, but I do have one more piece of merchandise to share that I noticed on the Shop Disney store, and that would be the Barker Bird Shoulder Pal, which is from. So if you don't know anything about the history of the Barker Bird, is that it was from Pirates of the Caribbean. When it first opened, there was a bird outside of the attraction, and he sounded something like this.
Yo ho, a parrot's life for me.
So yeah, he basically sat out there and said different phrases and talked about pirates and sang. But he's coming back for Beacon Barrel, which is opening this fall.
It sounds like he escaped the tiki room.
It kind of, yes, and became a pirate. Essentially,
sounds like it.
So ahead of the opening of Beacon Barrel, you can go and buy yourself a shoulder pal of the Barker Bird, which I think is really fun.
Yeah, and that's awesome. I like that.
Yeah,
it's a cute little character to get. I'd get one.
That's true. I think he is really cute. And funny enough, as I was sitting at work today, I noticed that Disney also shared some new footage of their construction updates inside Beacon Barrel. And these are just some of I grabbed some screenshots from their video to share them here. You can see they said all the carvings are hand done. And there's also a bunch of like really cool Easter eggs and stuff. Like there's cannonballs in the walls. There's a big hole left in the main bar.
Stop blowing holes in my ship.
Stop blowing holes in my bar. But yeah, I'm excited for this this bar, the lounge. I think it's gonna be really fun.
No, I think so too. It looks phenomenal, and I can't wait to see how they're going to incorporate this. I know the walls are still been up for all that, and I'm still very curious how this is all going to fit in, what the capacity is going to be like, that sort of thing. And I mean, we'll keep sharing it with you guys as we find out more news. So stay tuned.
And Nick, what is? Do you hear that?
Oh no. What could it be? Oh no. Yep.
This early.
We need to put those away, man.
We do. We do. It's only July, but Christmas in July is
94
coming.
degrees out right now, man.
Christmas in July is coming, and Disney ain't waiting. Nick, what are we talking about?
Dude, we are talking about all of the festivals going on here and all the special events. We have the Festival of the Holidays going to EPCOT, one of my personal favorites. Love that. Jollywood Nights. Dude, I have to make it to Jollywood.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
One Glisten came last year. I damn near lost it because I was so excited. I could not believe how much that had transformed from the original one and how much more effort was put into it and all the things they added to it. It redefined a kind of special event that they've had going on. It was something totally unique, totally awesome. It had a classy feel to it. It wasn't just your typical visit. You're just going to see Santa and going to get cookies and that sort of thing. It was a classy time. It brought some great music in there, some great shows. It definitely something that I can't wait to go see. I'm really hoping I can get there for it. And then of course we also have the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party happening again, of course, and all the dates for these just got announced. So we have the Festival of the Holidays is going to be starting shortly after Thanksgiving. We have the 28th of November, and it's going to be going till December 30th. And then we have Jollywood Nights. We have starting on 11/8. And our last day for that is going to be going on 12/22. So just before Christmas on that one. And then Very Merry Christmas Party we have going and from a little bit earlier, starting on 11/7 going to 12/21. So again, it's important to note that Jollywood Nights and Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party are going to be your after hours events. They'll be happening after the park closes. The park usually does close a little bit earlier. You're able to get in there for those typically a couple hours before the event starts, even if you don't have necessarily like a admission for the day. Usually we'll go ahead and get into there for that. I believe that's how it was this past year. You could get there a couple hours before. Maybe it was if you had a reservation or something. Either way, you can get there a couple hours.
You can always
beforehand.
get there before. They usually let you in at like 5:00.
Yeah, I just couldn't remember if you had to have a ticket for that day if you were going to get in there at 5:00.
No,
as well as doing the other. Okay, so it was
Yeah.
earlier. Okay, and then Festival of the Holidays, guys. That is just the EPCOT festival that's going to be going on. Then right now we're currently in this weird period of having EPCOT with no festivals.
Diet Epcot.
Diet Epcot, guys. So my favorite park is definitely going to be taking it on the low and slow side this time, and when I go for this trip, so excited to kind of experience that. Maybe go eat at some of the restaurants that I don't typically go to because festivals are usually going on. So
maybe going back to Regal Eagle Smokehouse.
That usually ends up happening. So maybe I think I might try to hit up the pizza window. If the pizza window's open,
yeah,
we might go to the pizza window.
Nothing compliments 100-degree heat than a giant slice of pizza.
Nice, greasy. It's great, man. Wonderful time.
I do want to mention in this artwork that Disney posted, this is all artwork that they put on their page. Looks like the Figment sweaters are returning based on the Festival of the Holiday artwork. In the Jollywood, I don't remember there being a giant Stitch presence, but he's in the poster, so maybe that would be something more.
We might have Santa Stitch.
Maybe.
And as far as that sweater goes, man, for those of you, well, we'll just let everyone know now. Jer happened to get me this when he went. Was it last year?
Yeah, it was this past.
Yeah, this past year he went and he ended up getting me one, and it's become one of my favorite sweatshirts that I wear all the time now for the season. So that'll be making a debut at some point soon here, man. It's going to have to.
It has to. Not for a while. Not for a while.
Not for a while.
July, but
we are very much okay with holding off on that for now. Let me be very clear on that. Yeah, because if it's 90 something here, it's going to be about 100 and something down there. So looking forward to all that heat, guys. Love it. But yeah, man. So I guess that kind of brings us into our next little bit here. That's enough about the festivals. Let's put Christmas away for right now. Let's put that on the shelf. What do we got going on right now?
We're here for our print of the week, which is by request. It's been sorry I've made you guys wait a little long for this, but is the Polynesian Resort. So we've done is we've come up with the sign. I've had this on my wall for quite a while, but yeah, it's an awesome resort, and we're gonna get into some of the details. Hopefully, there's some nice Hawaiian music playing in the background during this section to get you into the mood.
All right, cue music.
All right, so now that we're in the mood, let me tell you a little bit about the Disney's Polynesian Resort. Number one, it's a beautiful resort.
Yes,
it is a deluxe resort. It's been around since the opening day of the Magic Kingdom in Disney World, which was October 1st, 1971. It was part of one of the two original resorts, the other being the Contemporary Resort. Similarly to the Contemporary Resort, they also did modular units for rooms, which were built off-site and then slid into place with pre-assembled steel frames. And using this, it was a different kind of construction technique. Didn't end up working out for them in the long run because you can't really pull them out once you put them in. But still a cool piece of history. The awesome parts about this resort, they have a really nice pool, which I do have an image of, but it's later in the slideshow, so I'm going to get to there later. The volcano pool, which is like a big volcano, and it has great Magic Kingdom fireworks viewing.
Yeah, it does. Guys, if you don't know, this resort sits at the center of the monorail loop, so right next to the TTC, you can see straight across Seven Seas Lagoon, and that is Magic Kingdom. So you get a great viewing spot if you're there.
Yeah,
and they pipe all the music in too.
Definitely. And the great part about this resort in particular is right outside of the pool, they have Dole Whip at the Pineapple Lanai, also with some other great treats. So you can have yourself a Dole Whip, either chill in this beautiful lobby that I have these gorgeous pictures of,
that's nice.
Or you could go outside and enjoy the fireworks. So, I mean, it's a great opportunity to do whatever you really want.
Dude, it has Dole Whips, or already sold me. And on top of that, it has noodles.
That's true. In Ohana, Nick, you've done the Ohana.
I have done the Ohana. Ohana means noodles, and noodles mean no noodle gets left behind or forgotten. And I'm convinced of that, and you're never going to change my mind.
Yeah, there's no shortage of great places to eat at the Polynesian Resort, whether it's there, Kona Cafe. What's the name of I don't remember the name of the quick service downstairs right now. Captain Cook's.
Captain Cook's,
and Ohana. And there's so many options.
Absolutely. And just to talk about them real quick, Ohana is a family-style restaurant. They do an amazing breakfast as well. It's a little bit less known than their dinner. And it's all character meet and greets, so it's all character dining. So usually you get Stitch and Lilo and friends. They kind of walk around and get to go ahead and say good morning to you and that sort of thing. And I believe they follow around too for the evening. I don't think they rotate them out too much for the different meal times, but either which way, it's all family style. Everything, it's all you care to enjoy, and they have a lot of really fun stuff there. One of their biggest things they're known for is their noodles. They are phenomenal. They're oh gosh, I don't want to. They're not like lo mein noodles, but they're good.
I remember when they went away for a while and they came back, and everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, they're back." Yeah. Nick, tell us about the Pog juice. Are you a fan of the Pog juice?
I am a fan of the Pog juice. It's very refreshing.
It's pineapple guava, right?
Pineapple, orange, and guava. POG. So
sorry.
Gotta have that orange in the middle.
That's true.
Gotta get Orange Bird in there. But no, it's good stuff. And it's on tap there. They have a whole bunch of that going. And it's a great way to enjoy your meal.
Do you remember what the dessert option is?
I know I can't have it.
Yeah.
So it's coconut something pudding. It's it's not coconut pudding. It's like a bread pudding kind of thing. And it has coconut on it and that sort of thing. And I definitely am not able to have it. So nothing that I'm.
Yeah, it is bread pudding. Yeah.
Yes. There we go. But yeah, it's something that I can have. My wife loves it. She says it's phenomenal. So we'll go with that.
Yeah.
They also have other things there too. They do like a really nice, it's not braised beef, but it's another type of kind of marinated beef and all. It's pretty good. But either way, that's one of the more known restaurants there. Then you have Captain Cook's is your quick service down there, and then you also have a coffee shop in there as well.
Yep, and there's another kind of sit down, Kona Cafe. That's like more of a breakfast kind of place. I've heard excellent things about the Tonga toast.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes.
I've never had it, but it's definitely on my list of things to do. It just sounds like something that'll give me a bellyache, but I still want to try it.
Go do that, and then go ahead and go ride Big Thunder a couple times, man.
That's true. It'll just help me digest it, if anything.
Well, Big Thunder's good at getting rid of kidney stones, so it helps with tongue too.
That's true. I think there was a study on that.
There was. We'll talk about that eventually, baby guy. That's a whole other topic. But anyways.
Now, Nick, did you... the only thing I wanted to mention was Ohana, $65 per adult. A little bit on the higher end, but you're going for an experience. And $42 for child, which is ages 3 to 9.
And it's important to note, guys, too, if you are an annual pass holder like myself, you do save, I believe it's 10% on your dining there. That's pretty standard with a sit-down restaurant like that. So helps a little bit. It does get pricey. It's you're paying really for the location, guys. When you're eating, you can see the Magic Kingdom in the back.
That's beautiful.
It is. And I can tell you that when it comes time for fireworks, forget it. That place, good luck snagging a reservation. The only times I've really ever gone there has been early in the morning for breakfast, or I've been pretty late in the evening after fireworks, and I've made my way over there. And it's, I'll be honest, it's a little bit rough because at that point, you have to take obviously the monorail over there, and or one of the boats, but either way it starts getting pretty crowded very quick, so it makes it a little bit rough trying to get there for then. So just plan accordingly, guys. Being on the monorail is awesome. Just be prepared for those times where it's going to be a little bit more congested than normal. So
yeah,
I don't like it stuff.
Yeah, definitely got to keep that in mind. Some other cool things, the other hidden gem we haven't talked about yet of the actually two. Number one, I think Polynesian Resort has one of the best gift shops in a resort. They have a ton of like Polynesian specific merchandise, which I think is really cool. This is where I got this shirt, but also this little tiki guy I bought at the gift shop there. So he sits in my living room. He's actually in the middle of the photo right there.
Very nice. Yeah, look at him right there.
And then if you head downstairs, walk past Captain Cook's, you make your way to Trader Sam's Grotto, which we've talked about a little bit on a previous episode about Anthony's wedding. But a little bit revisiting of it is a awesome bar in hidden away. It's very difficult to get into. I know. Holly and I weren't even dating in this photo. Is that crazy? It's a very old photo, but one of the few times I've been there, I was drinking the Hippopotami Mai Tai. I forget what she was drinking. It had maybe the Oa. There's quite a few drinks. They've been around for a long time. They don't change up the menu that often, but it's a really cool place.
Now, Jared, I did want to ask you. It's something we really haven't talked about. What was the wait time like to try to get in there? How easy was it to get in?
We showed up at if you got to show up early. So if you want a reservation, I think they start taking them around 3:00. Get there at least 2:30 the latest, and you can put your name in, and they'll take you pretty quick. But there is a line that'll form outside of it before they start taking reservations, and you can't do it online. You have to be in person. That's
what I've heard. I've tried getting in there a couple times, and every time I walk by, I just see the line out the door, and I'm like, "Yep, no, I'm not going to be able to get in there for a couple hours."
Yeah, it's difficult. I do have some other photos from it. Yes, another picture of my drink, and there's the bar right there. So the really interesting thing about Trader Sam's is there's a lot of cool things that happen when you order certain drinks. Certain things will happen, as in sometimes the room will light up different colors. It'll play different sounds. Like if you get the hippopotami, you hear like hippo noises, and they're like on a hunt for hippos. And then in other times, if you are looking at, if you get the Oa, it's like a volcano. There's an eruption. Oh, the Nautilus is a really cool one. If you get the Nautilus, the whole room turns into a submarine. So tons of cool things. There's actually, at the table we were sitting at, one of the bar stools randomly will sink like 3 feet. So my mom was sitting across from me at the table, and then all of a sudden she was at eye height with the table. It was so funny.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely on my bucket list, man. I need to get there.
Yeah. And then if you can't get in though, and you still want to experience the drinks without the mugs, without, the experience of inside, there is some room outside to the left of this. This is the outside terrace. We can still get some great beverages.
Very nice.
You're not
That's
totally
a good
out of
option.
options.
Right
definitely.
on. Absolutely.
I did want to get into some of the other interesting things about this resort. One, if you ever seen, they have bungalows on the actual waterfront, which is really cool. Very expensive. I think they're like 2-bedroom suite bungalows that have a pool on the deck on top of the water. It's crazy. They look insane.
It's like having a house on the water on Disneyland property.
On the Seven Seas Lagoon, where you could literally you could sit in the pool and watch the fireworks by yourself. Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know if I will ever make a chance to go there, but if I do, yes. I think that's going to be the trip. There's going to be no going anywhere else or doing anything else. That will be the trip.
Yeah, I mean, you can. Yeah, seriously. I mean, it's cool though because you get the views of Cinderella Castle. You get the fireworks, and then if you can stay out there, you can watch the electrical water pageant.
Yes.
Nick, have you ever experienced the electrical water pageant? It happens kind of late, but it's worth sticking around for, in my opinion.
It is. I love the electrical water pageant. It's actually, it's something that I remember just seeing years and years ago, and it's always stuck with me. That music is always stuck in my head. Even my dad was talking about it the other day, and he was like, "Oh," he says, "Do you remember doing this?" I was like, "I remember hearing it all the time. I remember seeing it when you're on the ferry. It's one of the best things ever to see. You're going ahead and heading back to the TTC and all that." And you get to go see them floating on by. I've actually had the opportunity to see them backstage too, which is really cool. They had them included in the Keys to the Kingdom tour.
Cool.
They sit in a canal on the backside of the park. You actually pass over the canal when you go on the monorail heading back to the TTC. You take the express monorail around, and they come out there. What it is it's a big wire frame. And on there, they have all sorts of Christmas lights that are all arranged on there in different patterns and all that. So very old school kind of tech for it, but they do such a great job with it. And it's just an awesome little soundtrack and just a great way to say, have a great night as you're on your way out of the park and all that. And just something else that just keeps that magic alive and going, man.
Yeah, it really brings, it to life, in my opinion. I think it adds another perk to staying at a monorail loop resort, which is going to be a deluxe resort, more expensive. So one of those extra things you get by staying there.
Yeah, and I mean, at any time that I've ever gotten to go see it, guys, we've talked about it before. Pro tip: when the fireworks are done at Magic Kingdom, do not leave right then. That is probably one of the worst things you can do. Don't do that, because for one, you're going to be stuck in crowds, massive crowds, because a lot of people think that the park is closed right after that happens. Magic Kingdom is one of the few parks that is not the case with, which is nice. So stick around for an extra little bit. Go ahead and go ride a couple extra rides, get out of there a little bit later when the crowds die down, and then it's usually still going. It goes for a couple hours, I think, right?
Yeah, it goes around for quite a while.
Yeah. It's just another fun way to go ahead and see it, and trust me, you will thank us later for heading out of the park a little bit later.
Yeah. I did want to touch on some history. So I think Polynesian is one of the most interesting resorts, and the reason I say that is because they've tried so many different things here, and also have really invested in the theming. So let me get into that a little bit. On the least exciting side, they did do some... That's still exciting. They did do some renovations to the room back in 2021. Add a lot of Moana stuff because that's very closely related. But that's not even the stuff I'm really excited about. So back in the day, they used to do a torch lighting ceremony, and they would have fire dancers and Polynesian drummers. So it was very, nice cultural touch. I don't believe they do that anymore. The other thing they used to offer was the Spirit of Aloha Legacy, which was it was a dinner show called Spirit of Aloha. So it was like a very traditional luau you could go to, and there was a lot of different performances of another fire spinners. And unfortunately, that show ended with COVID in 2020. I would love to see that show come back. I think that would be really nice. I don't know if we're gonna get it. The other piece of history I wanted to touch on is the Polynesian is actually the home of when the Beatles broke up in 1974. On the 29th, John Lennon was staying at the resort, and he signed the legal documents that officially dissolved the Beatles.
Really?
So, yeah, which is crazy. He was in room 1601 in the Fiji Longhouse at the time, which is one of the wings of the resort. Which is
definitely
crazy.
So go there when you're engaged, and then they'll definitely break up. I'm just kidding.
No bad omens. Anthony would be in trouble.
Yeah, honestly. No, that's really cool. I did not know that. That's awesome.
Yeah, and here's the last one that I want to touch on. They once had a wave machine across the lagoon that you could actually surf waves into the resort. So the reason they did this was to make it as authentic as possible. However, they realized quickly that with the wave machine came a lot of erosion as well as disruption to any of the boat traffic. So it unfortunately did not survive very long, and it's still parts of it remain, but they're under the lagoon. They're like kind of buried or hidden on the island across the way.
I think you do pass them. I think every so often, like you said, remnants of it just kind of hanging out there. I think you can see a little bit from the different ferry boats that go over.
Yeah, it's a cool piece of history. The other thing that I miss about the resort that they used to do is I don't know if you remember the mouse boats. That might have been before when you went. They used to have these little, like, not speed boats. They looked like speed boats, and you could rent them at like $35 an hour, and you could just drive anywhere you want on Seven Seas Lagoon.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I do remember that because it was before they converted over to pontoon boats.
Yeah.
And they started doing stuff like that. So yeah, I remember that.
It was those were cool.
It was. No, that was an awesome time.
And now the Polynesian is still cool. And they also just built that brand new DVC tower, with the new restaurant that's been getting a lot of buzz. I'm gonna look up the name in a minute. Nick, while I do this, do you have any special memories from Polynesian?
Yes, definitely going there. We were so hyped. So that was actually one of the first things on one of the first trips I took with my family out to Disney World. We made it a point that we had to go to Ohana to go have the noodles and have dinner there. Molly from at the time All Ears, now Mammoth Club, went ahead and did quite a review on it, and it, like, my daughter and my wife were obsessed to the point of, like, it had to go. We had to have reservations booked in advance. Like, it was that trip alone. It was before your pass holders. It was the first time I'd taken them. It was planned out to a T, and that's where they really fell in love with Disney and going there and doing all that stuff. And going to the Polynesian was definitely part of that. So we do always talk about wanting to go ahead and go back there and go get that kind of stuff. It does make it hard. Obviously, at that time, we did not know my daughter had a celiac allergy at the time, so makes it a little bit tough now to kind of make all that work. But again, Disney chefs are great. We've been there for breakfast since then. Wonderful time, and it's awesome, man. I mean, no better way to start your morning than eating breakfast looking at the Magic Kingdom.
That's true. So the bar and grill is called Wali Lulu at the Polynesian Resort Tower. The one thing that people are raving about there is the Wayfinder Burger, which looks really good. It has some like a sweet bun and mac salad, onion jam on it. It looks great.
Ooh, that sounds good.
It does sound good. I would be interested to try that. But
Yeah, I might have to swing over there.
yeah, that's about all that's about everything I have on the Polynesian resorts. One of my favorites. But
Absolutely. Well, and guys, again, keep the requests coming. We've had a couple so far on the resorts and all that. If you would like to see us do another print or talk about the resorts and all that, and all that, be sure to comment down below on what your favorite is or what you want to see, and we'll do our best to make that happen. Eventually, we want to have them all done. So
I got quite a list of requests from people between Maker World and YouTube. So a lot of traction on Maker World. People really like our stuff on there.
Absolutely, and guys, I mean, just we appreciate the love. We appreciate everyone coming back every week and checking this out. We're starting to grow a little bit more of a fan base. I'm really happy about it. Ron on the go last night was very big about explaining on some tips and tricks on how to go do that. And again, just want to throw a big shout out to him. He's another one of the big reasons that really kind of made me want to jump into doing this and live streaming and all that. And then, I ended up talking to Jared about it, and we said, hey, why don't we do a podcast? Next thing you know, here we are, 15 episodes in. So we're doing pretty good, man. We're
having fun with it. It's a highlight of my week for sure. Recording.
Absolutely.
I have fun with it.
And trying to make sure we get them out to you guys, every week and on time. I mean, it's been a little bit of a learning curve. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that Jared and I go back and forth on from time to time of this didn't happen right, or we got to go ahead and adjust this. But at the end of the day, we really appreciate you guys coming back and sticking around with us, and all that good stuff. But before we get going, did just want to mention that we have a little bit of a surprise, hopefully coming next week. That we'll be talking about, and let's just say we have a surprise Lego set coming to an episode near you very soon. So be sure to go ahead and do a full review on that once that happens. But we're not talking about that no more. No, next week, maybe. Depends.
I know you're also traveling, so I'm like, when's he going to finish?
I know. Listen, it's been a lot of. Well, I don't want to talk too much more about it because it'll give it away. So, but yes, hopefully soon. So hopefully we'll have that going here, guys. But again, seriously, hopefully this makes it a little bit easier for you guys to find the channel now that we've renamed it and done all that stuff. Be sure to tell your friends. Again, thank you guys all for being here. We enjoy making these videos and all these podcasts every week. So keep the comments rolling and keep all that going. And we will see you guys in the future. Take care.